My name is Glenn. I'm the product and marketing manager of FujiFilm Philippines. Just a few, so welcome to our event this afternoon. Just an important reminder, I know you guys signed an NDA, so we will announce the product that we are discussing today next week. That's gonna be, the embargo will be on May 24, 2023, which is on Wednesday, around 5 p.m. So please do not post until this day. But of course, for this afternoon, we'd love for you guys to create content, take photos, shoot reels, vlogs, and then you can win an Instastory printer upon posting, of course, during the embargo. So you're free to use the camera, try out the features, and shoot it. Shoot with it as well if you have SD cards. So our socials are on Instagram, we are at FujiFilm Philippines. On Facebook, FujiFilm Philippines, and we are also on TikTok, please tag us at FujiFilm PH. So basically, this is going to be just a very short program. We'll discuss about the new product, and then we'll have a very simple lang na activity. It's pottery painting. So we have the materials on the table which you can try out later. You can use the camera to document your experience during the pottery painting. So this camera will be announced on this event. So we are doing X-Summit Bangkok. So X-Summit, these are usually our global events. So for this month, we are doing it in Bangkok. This will be the announcement of the new product. Hello. Alright, so now I'm gonna follow my colleague, si Sean C. So he's gonna tell you about the new product.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for coming, for joining us today. This very special and exclusive event. So, medyo spoil na kasi brandings everywhere and displaying cams. But I'll do a semi-quick lang product presentation of the new model in the XS series line of cameras. So, I'm not sure if you're all mostly familiar with the Xs10. So the Xs10 over there, so it's somewhat our mid-range camera that was released back in 2019. It's a very old camera na. But still, it's still a very good camera, even today's standard. So, a quick summary lang of this image. So basically, it's the reviews and customer comments of the Xs10. So in deeper review, it scored 86%, so fairly high, and a silver award. Then yung customer reviews niya, average around 4 to 5 out of 5 stars. So generally, it's a well-loved camera naman. There's a few weaknesses of this camera. So of course, the Xs10, yung pros niya, had obviously incredible image quality in both photo and video, a large and comfortable grip, familiar and customizable ergonomics, and a compact and lightweight body. But yung common cons niya, yung common complaints about Xs10 is poor battery life, due to the old small battery, possible but not incredible in autofocus performance at the time, especially against competitors. But what if the Xs10 had the latest and greatest X processor 5, which is the same processor as the flagship cameras, which is your X-T5, X-H2, X-H2S, and it also had the new NP-W235 large capacity battery. So of course, that's where the Xs20 comes in. Xs10 fans, I bet. So let's get to the nitty-gritty of Xs20. It has the same sensor, X-Trans CMOS 4 sensor, 26 megapixels, but now has the X-Processor 5. So with that, yung IBIS niya is now 7 stops, so that's an additional 1 plus stop of image stabilization. The new battery gives it 730 frames with a NP-W235, so that's more than double. Then a large boost in video capabilities, which you can record with Xs20 now with 6.2K at up to 30 FPS, which is open gate, 4K at up to 60 FPS, and that's all 422 10-bit internally. So it's a very, very powerful video camera. And it now features a new SR auto mode and the vlog mode. And that's all with the same compact and lightweight body. So yung physical differences niya, height-wise, same lang siya na Xs10. There's no difference in the height. With the weight, there may slight difference lang with, it adds 26 grams. But it's probably because of the new larger battery, which I'd say it's a fair trade-off. Yung width niya, it only gained 1.7 millimeters. So very, very minimal size difference, size and weight difference. Battery life, you get an additional 405 frames from last generation. So that's more than double at 750 frames total. And you can extend it up to 800 frames with economy mode. And again, IBIS, it now goes up to 7 stops. One additional stop from last generation. So AF performance now with the new processor is a lot similar to the Xs20. So it has great autofocus, face and eye detect, and even extreme situations. Animal detect, animal insect detect, drone, you can detect drones, motorcycles, and drivers. So basically all around subject detection and along with the face and eye detect. So from last generation, it's a lot stickier, it's a lot more smarter, it's a lot more accurate. So this applies to both photo and video. Yeah, actually moving around, putting face, it's still tracking the subject very well, all across the sensor. Next, of course, incredible video capabilities. So obviously, resolution and frame rate bump siya from last generation. 6.2K, that's a lot of resolution for video, up to 60 frames per second. Yung 6.2K niya is open gate, which means 3:2 aspect ratio siya. It's using every single megapixel on the sensor. Then 4K it can now do 60 FPS, and in Full HD still can do up to 240 FPS. Now the Xs20 does 10-bit 422 internal recording, and externally you can do ProRes and Blackmagic. Major upgrades then in connectivity. The USB-C now is 3.2 version 3.2. So it has high bandwidth, high speed, and it has support for UVC and UAC. It's like a universal video and auto connectivity standard. With that, yung high bandwidth ng USB-C enables it to output video 4K up to 60p via the USB-C. The Xs20 now has a built-in 3.5mm headphone port, and if you're familiar with X-H2, X-H2S, it's compatible with a cooling fan accessory. Okay, so for savvy content creators, yung vlog mode, meron na siya the instant vlog mode at the dial right here. In vlog mode, when you switch to vlog mode, you will have an instant quick menu for all your vlogging needs. So that's a self-timer, IS mode, face and eye detect, IS mode, product priority, and background defocus. So I'll just discuss more newer features, which is product priority mode and background focus. So basically, product priority mode, if you switch this on, it disables fixing eye. It'll prioritize yung center, what's at the center of the frame and the closest to the camera. So of course, usually mga example here is like beauty vloggers. Usually speaking at the camera center of the frame, it'll tap the face. But then once naglagay ng product right in the middle, it'll focus on the... Yeah, exactly. So, hindi na siya kailangan so, instant.
Pero yung ano ko, yung focus niya, mas malinaw na ba siya? Compare before na may yung kanan.
Yeah, it's a lot more smooth siya. Para siya, yeah, basically, yung focus niya, yung priority niya, closest to the camera. So and yun nga, upgrades yung focus is also yung smoothness niya and yung accuracy niya. So I'll show you later, I'll show you guys how it works. The next yung background defocus, which is basically it locks the aperture to the lowest one possible. Lowest aperture possible ng lens. So hindi siya yung software background blur. So it doesn't look fake. It just makes sure na lowest aperture possible to get the most depth possible in the lens.
That is without compensating yung yung overall lighting of
Parang mag-auto ISO siya. So yung ISO yung mag-compensate instead. So, yes, go ahead.
So, kahit with lens, when I have on that particular main.
Yeah, yung lowest ISO, whatever lens you have. So, for example, hit lens, 5.6?
Yeah.
3.5. 3.5, maglalak siya sa 3.5. So, yun yung, so whatever lens you have, yung lowest aperture possible yung lens. And I forgot to mention, vlog mode, when you switch to vlog mode, instantly you'll switch to video mode, facing eye detect, and video and facing eye detect. Then it'll enable yung touch screen, quick menu, vlog menu. So that being said, Xs20 wala nang points. It's perfect. Kasi, na-address na yung battery life, na-address na yung autofocus performance. It still has the incredible image quality in both photo and video, actually even better. It still has the largely comfortable grip while keeping it compact and lightweight, and still familiar and customizable ergonomics. So while keeping the same body, huge performance upgrade and all that. So here's some sample photos with the Xs20. Very nice. It's a very powerful, photo camera. Just take a look here in the photo.
Grabe na
Xs20. So next, we're gonna move on to our new lens, which pairs well with